"Signor Franco!" Bartolo cried out as he pounded on the door of Franco's bunkhouse. "Wake up! A storm is flooding the vineyard!" Franco bolted from bed and ran barefoot to the field. When he reached the first vine, the water was already over the top of his feet. He knew this could be a disaster. He had forgotten to dam the arm of the creek that brought water to the field. Bartolo followed him to the overflow, and the two of them used rocks and boards to try and dam the creek. Angelina came with her 3 daughters to help, and then grabbed her son, Bartolo. "Listen to me," she yelled through the pounding rain. "Go and saddle a horse. Get Bella. Tell her what's happened." As the boy took off for the barn, Angelina and her girls ran to help Franco. "Do whatever you can to divert the creek away from the vines," Franco screamed. "I'll find out why the water isn't draining from the field." Franco pushed through the water, but by the time he had made it to the end of the vineyard, the water was midway up his calf. He searched the road and found the obstacle. The water was flowing down through the vineyard into a ditch, but branches and leaves and debris had collected at a drainage tunnel, blocking the flow that went underneath. If Franco could clear it, the channel would lead the water out to the Serchio River. He ripped the smaller branches out, but each time he pulled one out and tossed it across the road, another branch floated down to take its place. He continued to pull the debris out from both ends of the tunnel for what seemed like hours until he came to a branch too large to dislodge. The suction of the tunnel pulling against his strength was too much. Exhausted, he collapsed in the muddy road. The morning sun was rising in the east, offering enough light for Franco to view the vineyard. There was water from the first vine to the last. It was a disaster. Franco knew his fate. He was a failure. He had failed his brother and Father Mario at Caporetto, and now he had failed again. "Get up! Get up!" Angelina ran over and grabbed Franco by the arm. "We have to at least try!" He struggled to his feet, and together they grabbed the branch and pulled. It didn't budge. They pulled again. Nothing. The heavy blanket of failure swept over him again as the rain pounded down. Just as Franco reached one final desperate time for the tree limb, a high-pitched yell made him stop. It was young Rosa, splashing through the flooded field, out of breath. "Mama! She's here!" They turned to see 2 trucks coming down the drive, loaded with people dressed head to toe in black, each holding a push broom. A dark-haired woman leaped down from the truck and began shouting instructions. The black-robed figures followed her. "Praise God!" Angelina laughed through her tears. "It's Bella and the sisters from the convent." Bartolo rode up on his horse and tossed a rope to Franco. "Bella said to tie this to the branches and let my horse pull them out." Franco jumped into the water and wrapped the rope around the biggest tree limb. Then he tied the other end to the horn of Bartolo's saddle. When he gave the horse a pop on the backside, the horse jerked forward and the limb came out of the drain. He tied the rope to 2 more limbs, and when the horse pulled them out, the drain rushed free. Now bone-weary, Franco struggled to his feet and looked up to see the dark-haired girl leading the nuns towards the edge of the vineyard. The sisters tied the robes above their knees and walked into the flooded vineyard as the girl shouted over the roar of the storm. "Start here and push the water to the ditch. Try to keep it from soaking the grapes." Franco could not believe what he was seeing. There must have been 20 nuns wading in the water. They had push brooms and were shoving the water into the ditch and beyond through the tunnel towards the Serchio River. Angelina gave Isabella a quick hug. "Where did you get so many to help?" Bella wiped the water from her face. "Anna went to San Michele. Sister Marie went with your son to San Martino. And everyone wanted to join the fun." Then she winked at their transportation. "The trucks we, borrowed. Now let's go. We must work quickly or the harvest will be lost." She then turned and pointed at Franco. "You there! Go to the trucks, get the sheets we brought from the convent, and spread them on the floor of the barn. Take the Venero children with you to pick the grapes and dry them with the sheets." A startled Franco couldn't believe what he was hearing coming out of the mouth of this bossy young woman. "Signorina," he said with a look of defeat, "the grapes are ruined." Bella pulled a grape off the closest vine and popped it into her mouth. "Tastes good to me. Now get them to the barn."